left-hand chords are right there. The symbols on top, the notes are written. Those of you who only know chord symbols, you can figure it out, I think. So C chord is C, E, G. A minor, in this case, actually I wrote the wrong chord symbol. The A minor here that I chose for you, it's root position. So just move the entire hand down to A minor. F also root position, and back to C. So those are the notes I wrote. If you are following the chord symbol, you would play C like this. A minor, but with the C at the bottom is this chord. You're only moving your thumb one notch over and you got A minor with the C at the bottom. And then the F with the C at the bottom is the F most of you know from the books. And then C. Either way, you can choose one of the two ways to do it. The left hand. All root position
So I
minor.
don't see your hand.
You don't see my hand? Oh yeah, it's a little crooked. You don't see my hand. Sorry. Okay. All right. And then just root position, A minor, root position F, and then C. Those of you who did practice a lot of your chords in an inversion, you could do the A minor in an inversion by moving just the thumb up. And the F by just switching the 3 for the 2. That's an F, and then G. Choose one of the two, whichever. And then next, da, da, F chord. Da, 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 C chord. Da, da. Now that chord is B with a little circle. B with a circle is a diminished chord because between this note and the next note there are 3 half steps only, and this note and the top note there are 3 half steps only. When you have a chord that has only 3 half steps between the bottom and the middle and the top, it's called a diminished chord. The symbol is a circle, so B circle is this one. Okay, now the last 2 chords of the line 1 is actually the chord you're familiar with if you have done my Für Elise, my short version or arranged version, because you would have practiced your 5/7 chord in A minor, which is this. I go often back to 5/7 chord and chord 1 in A minor. So that's key 7. And you see the notes written there. You see the sharp at the bottom of that one, and then A minor. So I would suggest, again, the way I always suggest you practice is to sing as you're playing your chords. Okay, I'm going to do all the inversion chords. River. Next line. What is the next line? C7/B flat. So this case, I'm doing a certain inversion that would be closer to where my hand was when I was on A minor. The closest one is just to change the pinky for number 4 on B flat. So I did not change the top 2 notes. I came from the line before, an A minor, right? The last chord of line 1 is A minor. And then I just move the pinky and replace it with the black key. That's the C7/B flat. From that point to go to F, it's here. So notice my number 3 finger stays where it is. So C7 is this, B flat, C, E, and to go to the chord F in inversion, it's A, C, F. One more time. B flat, C, E, that's C7 chord. A, C, F is the F chord in that inversion with the A at the bottom. Again, C7 and F chord. Again. Now let's practice again from the last two chords of the first line. Actually, the A minor, from the A minor. The last chord is A minor, first line, and then C7 is this one, F in inversion is this one. Then only move the pinky down to the flat, and you got F minor. Okay? So, one more time, A minor from the line before is, and now C7 is this one. F slash A is this one. Move the pinky only down half step. You got F minor. And then A minor that you know. And then B major. So what happens A minor to B major? I just move everything up. And my thumb in my middle is on two black keys. And then E minor is way up here. All white keys. And D minor is one notch down from E minor, all white keys. So let's try that sequence again from the A minor in that second line, bar 13. Now B major is B with two black keys. E minor, all white keys. D minor, all white keys next door. And then that G7, you know it, that's from your beginner's class. Because why? The G7 from your beginner's class bring you back to the C chord, familiar C chord in the beginning, because that's where you're repeating. Let's do again the chords from the last chord of the first line, A minor. Second line, C7 with the B flat at the bottom. F chord with the A at the bottom. F minor, just move that pinky down. A minor root position. B major, the two top notes are black keys. And then E minor, all white keys. And D minor, all white keys. And you got the G7 familiar, because you're going back to. Right? So now I'm going to hum the right hand as I'm playing from the last bar of the first line. A minor, C7, F inversion, F minor, pinky moves, A minor, B major, E minor, G7, back to C, A minor, F major, and C, and F major, and C, diminished B, the E7, then it's the same A minor, this time we're gonna go to ending number 2, which is the same C7, same F. So the beginning of line 2 and the end of line 2, the left hand is exactly the same chords, right? The same C7 and the same F inversion. Line 3. Oh, the same F minor, so only pinky moves. And then you get to this chord, which is a C inversion. So that's a difficult one. Bar 19 to bar 20. You got F minor here with the A flat C F to this chord where you're going to keep the C, but you're going to switch your index on that, and then your pinky moves down by half steps and your thumb moves down by a half steps. If you think of it that way, you're going to find the C chord slash G very easily. So So let's start again with the F minor. Pinky on A flat, 3 on C, thumb on F. To move to the next chord, C/G, replace the middle finger with the index, same key, and then move your pinky half step down, move your thumb half steps down. Let's do it again several times. F minor, C/G. Again, F minor, C/G. Again, da, da, da. And then F in root position, da, 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 da. C in root position. Repeat those 2 bars, da, 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 da. And finally, A minor/C, D minor, the familiar G7, E, C, and then to finish up, you got a chord 4, F, becoming minor by moving your thumb only, and then finish with the C. It's a very familiar chord progression for pop and movie music to go to chord 4, which is F, and to a borrowed chord 4, F minor, while the singer stretches out. So there it is. Let's try to do the entire song with buff ending. C, A minor, F major, then back to C. Second phrase, F major, then back to C. B minor, diminished, the E7. And then the last chord is A minor, ending number 1, C7. To F inversion, F minor, move the pinky only. To A minor, going up to B major. Then E minor, and then D minor, and a familiar G7, back to the beginning. C chord, A minor chord, F chord, going to C, then the same F, going to C, and diminish B, then the E7, then A minor, ending number 2, the same C7, F chord, same F minor, C chord inversion with the G at the bottom, F root, C, back to the F again, C, ending is A minor, D minor chord, the familiar G7, then we finish with, and then those F minor chord are like additional stuff. And that would be your left hand for this song block.